all the way from New York. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up for Mr. RanDAMan. All right. What's up, what's up, what's up? How's everybody doing? All right, everybody, I gotta ask you a question. Y'all know that song, Young, Gifted, and Black?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be young, gifted, and black. Love that song. I no longer identify with that song, but I love that song. I woke up this morning, looked in the mirror, said, you got a show today. You got booked for a show. You're gifted. Last time I checked in the mirror, still black, young, man. And I know when I tell you my age, you're going to say, oh, you just a baby. You're still young. I'm 40. Yeah, I'm still a baby. I'm still young. Be quiet, Geraldine. Tell that to my back and my knees. It ain't me you got to convince, it's them. But I realize I'm not that kind of old. And I'm going to tell you what that kind of old is. This is no offense to the lovely people in here, but there are certain old things that old black people do that I'm not doing yet, so I'm not that old. Case in point, old black people love to tell you when they got a new gadget. They love to tell you when they got a new gadget. Case in point, my man James talked about this a little earlier. Cell phones. I got an uncle named L. Uncle L, the first time he got the Motorola brick. I know the Motorola brick. Don't be looking at me like y'all know. The Motorola brick. So my uncle, he gonna call my Uncle T down south. He talking about I'ma call your uncle right quick. Hey, what up, T? Yeah, this me, Ed. Yeah, I'm calling you from my new Motorola cellular device. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's outside. Yeah. I'm calling you from outside. You can't relate, because you broke. He didn't need to say that. He didn't need to say that at all. My Uncle T ain't no better, though. My Uncle T is the kind of old that gotta tell you about all their medical procedures. Why y'all be doing that? Uncle T, he gonna call the house phone. I see the call ID, I'll pick it up. Hey, what up, Uncle T? What's going on? Hey, what up, young lady? How you doing, man? What's going on? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, Uncle T. Hey, young lady, where your mama at? She just stepped out to the store real quick. Okay. I said, how you doing, Uncle T? I'm doing good, man. I just came back from the doctor. I said, you came back from the doctor? What did the doctor say? Can you believe this? This doctor told me that he got to have me come back in a couple of weeks so I can get a cola monoscopy. He said, what, Uncle? He said, I got to get a cola monoscopy. Can you believe that? No, I can't. This is not what he said, Uncle. It's not what he said. It's colonoscopy. One word. And the kind of old that I am is I love old school R&B. I love it with a passion. You start talking about those songs, I was ready. You over there, can we ain't talk? I was hyped. Had my cross-eyed shaking and everything. One of my favorite things to do is listen to music with my girl. We always listen to music, right? That's what we do. But the other day we was listening to music and Carl Thomas came on. Now, I'm not talking about Summer Rain, and y'all know. I'm talking about I Wish. Before I got older, that song was a beautiful song. The older I get, Carl Thomas is insane. Carl Thomas meets this girl and he says it's love at first sight. He know from the way she looked at him First of all, she could have been cross-eyed. She could not be looking at you, brother. I know from experience. But then he goes and says, until she dropped the bomb on me, that she was unhappily married with children. And instead of Carl Thomas taking the L, Carl gonna say in the next lyric this diabolical line. He says, she chose to stay at home where they can be a family for the children. But what about you, Carl? What about you, Carl? She trying to do right by her family. You talking about what about me? Nobody cares, Carl. Nobody cares. I'm gonna leave y'all with this. My mama was one of those type of old people. And her old thing was she loved to tell you everything about her day. My mother told me one day, I come home, I said, Mom, how was your day? She said, oh, it was a great day. I watched The Price is Right. This lady won a prize and made a fool of herself. Y'all always calling somebody a fool. I said, what'd you do after that? She said, well, then I watched Murder, She Wrote. And would you believe it? She solved the case. I said, okay. I said, what else you do, Mom? Well, after I made a tuna fish sandwich with some saltines, I watched Matlock. And would you believe it? He solved the case. And then my mother asked me to go to the store for it, and I said, Mom, why couldn't you go to the store earlier this week? You could have went to the store and got your Virginia Slim menthol lights. My mother said, no, I couldn't go to the store. I was watching Monk. He hadn't solved the case. That's my time, everybody. You can find me at RanDAMan Comedy, everybody. Thank you. Give it up. For RanDAMan, hey, Rand, go before you forgot the Motorola.